Now this is actually quite fast. The global debut of the i5 happened not so long ago. We've tested it in Portugal and now it's already in Malaysia. This is the BMW i5 eDrive40 M Sport, which essentially introduces the all-new generation of the 5 Series, the G60. But this one is electric, so it's the G60E. Let's check it out. So this is an all-new version of the 5 Series. Naturally, with that comes an all-new look as well. At the front, looks a bit more like a 2 Series coupe now. Like other modern BMWs, we get the iconic glow on the kidney grille. More to the sides here, well, 21-inch wheels, tires are a set from Pirelli. Tires have a staggered setup, they're wider at the back. There's an M badge on the front fender since you get an M Sport package. Door handles, they're flush, but not the pop-out type like you see on a Stuttgart brand. Come further to the back, of course, BMW, you get a Hofmeister kink, and there's a number 5 here, just to remind you that this is the 5 Series. Now, one thing worthy of mentioning of the i5 or the 5 Series is that it comes with 4-wheel steering. It's nothing new for the 5 Series, but then it's still worthy of mention. Makes it a lot easier to maneuver in tight spaces. BMW calls this the integral active steering. Nothing too dramatic at the back, you just get horizontally designed taillights. All around, it's actually a lot simpler than the previous 5 Series. Less dramatic body lines, but a bit more prominent shoulder lines. A good looking car all around. The i5 eDrive40 M Sport is a single motor rear wheel drive electric car, and that electric motor makes 340 horsepower in sport mode and 430 Newton meters of torque with the boost pedal engage. 0 to 100 is done in 6 seconds, onward to a top speed of 193 kilometers an hour. Supplying power to the i5 eDrive40 M Sport is an 83.9 kilowatt battery pack, and this provides up to 582 kilometers of range on the WLTP test cycle. Maximum AC charging rate is 11 kilowatts, while maximum DC charging rate is 205 kilowatts. The former charges the car from 0 to 100% in 8 hours and 15 minutes, while the latter charges the car from 10% to 80% in 34 minutes. Now, if you've seen the BMW i7 or the all-new 7 Series, well, the interior of the i5 will look rather familiar, mainly because it has this interaction bar. It's not the same as the one you find in the i7 as it's broken up right here, but it functions pretty much the same. Turn on the hazard lights and it will blink. It also has some active functions. Also on the interaction bar are some controls for your air con vent aperture and your rear demister and your front air conditioning. You can also adjust the exterior lighting via the interaction bar. Now, also in the i5 is a twin curved display, so the screen for the digital instrument cluster is 12.3 inches in size and the screen for the head unit is 14.9 inches in size, and this head unit comes with BMW operating system 8.5. Of course, you get wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto and some other fancy apps as well. Connected to the head unit is a Bowers & Wilkins sound system. As for the digital instrument cluster, of course, you get some customizable display options. As for the steering wheel, we get an M Sport steering wheel in here. It's sporty, but you don't get the red center marker on the steering wheel. Of course, there's also a boost pedal on the left-hand side. As for the center console, well, we get 2 wireless mobile phone chargers, 2 cup holders, this very useful control unit for the head unit, and a pretty decently sized center armrest storage box. Seats in the BMW i5, they're quite large. Both front passenger and driver seats are electrically adjustable and come with 2 memory functions. They also come with seat ventilation. Come to the back, and luxuries for the second row include this 4-zone climate control with air con vents on the center console and also on the B pillars. You also get USB-C ports, 1 behind each front seat. Other luxuries, well, you get an armrest with 2 cup holders. Seat is fairly comfortable. Recline is also good. Now, one thing a bit weird about the i5, since it is an EV, well, it actually has this center tunnel, and this is because the i5 or the 5 Series is built with flexibility in mind, so this body can handle PHEV, ICE and BEV powertrains. And before I forget, of course, the BMW i5 comes with a large BMW panorama roof. As for boot space, the i5 has 490 litres of luggage space, and although that sounds pretty normal, it is actually quite remarkable since it is the exact same boot capacity as the PHEV version of the all-new 5 Series. No spare wheel in here, but you do get a tyre packet and a space to store your charging cable. As for advanced safety features, the i5 eDrive40 M Sport comes with the Driving Assistance Professional Package, and this includes adaptive cruise control with stop and go function and steering and lane control assistant. Other functions that come as standard include speed limit assist, side collision protection, and cross traffic warning with braking function. To buy the fully electric, fully imported BMW i5 eDrive40 M Sport, it will cost you 420,000 ringgit. For more information on the car, head on to AutoBuzz.my.